Hey guys, it's Bailey. Welcome back to the channel and thanks so much for tuning in. Today's video is going to be a review of a set that I recently talked about in, I think it was my favorites video for August. It's the Nudestix collection that they collaborated on with Melissa Alatorre here on YouTube. And I'm barefaced today. Normally I'd like be in a full face and cut to demos, tutorials, swatches, all that kind of stuff. But today I wanted to do it a little bit differently because this set is entirely pencils. I mean, as the name and brand Nudestix suggests. And pencils can be less intuitive to apply than a lot of other products, so I figured I would not just demo these products, but also give you my tips and tricks for applying pencils to the eyes and actually cheeks and lips, because this palette kind of has it all, even though it feels weird to call a collection of pencils a palette, but you get the point. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so to start, this retails for 59 bucks. Inside you get, well, first of all, it comes in this tin and has a nice size mirror in here, and then there are 6 pencils that come inside along with a cap that has a sharpener on the top of it. And all of that actually even comes in a bag that they created together for this collaboration. So you get all that for 59 bucks. And I had never tried anything from Nudestix before, so I wasn't really sure how big a full size from them was, but in researching before making this video, I realized that this is pretty much a full-size product. It's not quite, but it's like, you know, fractions of a gram off, like a really small fraction of a gram off. And so you're basically getting a full-size product. Let's see, the eye pencils retail for $24 individually. The lip pencils retail for also $24 individually. And so when I initially saw, you know, $59 but $154 value, I kind of thought, okay, really? I mean, is that in like collectively the tin and the bag that they're kind of creating that value? No, that's like pretty much what all the product in here is worth, and you're getting it for 59 bucks. So I think that's a steal. Then once you actually get into the products, actually, I need something on my face. I hate looking in the viewfinder and like really weirded out that I don't have makeup on. So let's go ahead and get into the actual products. First, starting with the eyes, there are 4 eye pencils in here, 2 matte and 2 kind of metallic shimmery. They can be blended out to be more shimmery, they can be layered up to be metallic. These are really a versatile finish, but then you also get the 2 matte. So let's start with the matte. So the lighter one is Taupe, the deeper one is Chocolate. Taupe is slightly cooler, whereas Chocolate is slightly warmer. And then for the shimmers, we have Nudity, which is like a pink leaning or mauve champagne shimmer, and Twilight, which is a little bit more of a warmer or neutral champagne shimmer. And all of these shades, including the 2 lip shades in here, are actually permanent. So if you see one of these you like, I believe this set is sold out at Sephora. I got mine at Ulta, and I'm not sure if it's sold out there too. But if you see one of these shades that you really like, you can go ahead and buy the individual. In fact, I was wearing one of these lip shades over last Labor Day weekend, and my mom really liked it. And when she saw that the set was sold out, she found the individual and went ahead and bought that. So that is always an option in case you see one of these but don't want to or can't get the full set. Let's get to application. Less talking, more blending. I'm going to zoom you in and just get down a little bit so you can actually see my eyes. So I'm first going to start with my crease. Honestly, with crayons or eye pencils, I don't really feel the need to pick one or the other. I'm just going to do the crease today so that you can see how the matte pencil applies. And the one tool that I find is an absolute must, regardless of what eye crayon you are applying, is something like the Real Techniques base shadow brush. It doesn't have to be this exactly. In fact, it could be something like a domed or fluffy crease brush. I personally prefer this specific shape though, because it has the fluffiness on the end to blend a shade out throughout the crease, and yet it has the flatness on this side to really, you know, pat and blend out on the lid without diffusing the pigmentation and the color too much. You know, you have the right amount of blend and pack in this specific brush. But I have used fluffy crease brushes, flat shader brushes, you name it. But if you want one brush recommendation, this is it for me. So for this look, I'm going to take Taupe in my crease. On my skin tone, I really like Taupe as my crease shade and Chocolate as an outer corner smoky shade. Of course, you can use any of these anywhere on the eye, but when it comes to like more traditional placements of these shades, that tends to be how I wear mine. So I'm going to take Taupe, and I'm first going to start by just running that through my crease. Just like that, not being super precise, literally at all. It'll land where it does, and then these give you a lot of time to kind of work with them and buff and blend them out. But what I really like about the formula, and I had never tried the Nudestix formula before trying this set, is once it sets, it really sets. I don't need to, notice I didn't apply a primer here, I just laid it right on the eyes. and I don't notice any creasing, fading, flaking, anything like that. I'm also just taking a little bit of that and running it along my lower lash line too, just to add some subtle smokiness and shadow. Okay, maybe not subtle. We maybe cross the line beyond subtle here, but you know. So there is Taupe in the crease. Now I'm gonna go in with Twilight, which is almost like the grayer, shimmerier version of Taupe, I think. And I'm going to apply that all across my lid, really focusing on the center of my eyelid, but also, again, just not being too particular about how I apply this because they're so easy to blend out. And I like to start blending my sticks into my crease because that's where I want most of the diffusion, and then slowly but surely come in across the lid. And that's really only if I see there's any uneven pigmentation. When I just applied that on the lid, I really don't think it needed to be blended. So for the most part, I do just tend to stick right up here in the crease. And frankly, you also don't need the taupe shade. You could have done this look just with Twilight and totally without a matte taupe shade. I just wanted to show you how that applied and looks as a crease shade. One eye done, and now the other eye. Do you ever feel like on one eye you get that super beautiful diffused natural wing look, kind of like I have here, and then on the other eye it just nothing, like here. And it's always this for me. My right eye looks sharper and maybe like the hood of my eye comes down a little bit more than on the other one, because on this side it's like, oh, we could get that to a nice, beautiful, fashion, smoky kind of situation, and this just not so much. It looks like I have a lazy brow bone or something. I don't know. Anywho, with that blended in, now I'm gonna go in with chocolate, like I mentioned before, and just deepen out that outer corner a little bit. I'm not expecting it to be too matte, of course, just because I'm laying it over that shimmer. I'm mostly just using this for some added depth. I feel like those are kind of even. This one's looking a little bit peppier. We're good to go. Now I'm gonna apply some mascara, zoom you out, and we'll talk about the cheeks and lips. So now that we are zoomed back out, let's talk about the lip and cheek colors. Like I said, there are two that come in this set. The first and lighter of the two is called Purity. It is like this mid-tone dusty rose or mauve. This is my personal preference for my cheek shade, although I do love it on my lips, but of the two, this is the one I pick for my cheeks because Raven, which is this amazing, I don't think, when you look on the website, Raven doesn't look like it's among the deepest shades in the lip crayons, but it is very deep and vampy. It's this gorgeous, like grapey port wine, super, super beautiful. I think it's gonna be one of my go-tos for fall, winter season / pretty much any time of the year because this color is my wheelhouse. But it can be used on the cheeks, but on my skin tone, I find I can overdo it a little bit, so I tend to reserve it just for my lips. Speaking of overdoing it on the cheeks, here's how to not do that. So there are a couple ways that I like to apply crayon format products in general to my face. The first of which, and this is I think what Nudestix recommends doing, it actually comes with a sheet that gives you instructions for or recommendations for how to apply. So maybe they don't, I don't know, don't hold me to that. But some people would recommend applying it directly to your face and then blending it in with your finger or a brush. That can be hit or miss for me. It totally depends on the base that I'm wearing, whether I've powdered, if it's a liquid foundation that's dried down to a powder, etc., etc. So to play it safe, in case I'm unsure of how any kind of pencil I'm using will play with my foundation, I prefer to apply it first to my finger and then blend it in that way. That way the heat from my hands will help it blend and melt pretty more seamlessly into my skin. Or I will take a stippling brush or like my average blush brush and run it on this and then buff it in. So pick your poison, but those are my approaches for keeping it light but still buildable on the cheeks. Today I am going with the finger method. I'm using my middle finger because it's the biggest, and I'm just going to start applying that to the apples of my cheeks. And this way I also find I lose less product to a brush. So there's that too. I also have contour applied, by the way. It is from the Emily Edit the Needs palette. I recently posted a 4-in-1 tutorial with the Wants palette, so you can go check that out if you're not busy after this video. But that is what I'm wearing in my contour today. And by the way, this whole blend tech, look at how much of that still is on my finger and how much of it's on my cheek right now. So what I do is I apply it directly and then I'll go in with my ring finger and pinky and use that to blend and diffuse that color out. That way I kind of have a pigment finger and then clean blending fingers. Well, I still have a clean finger if I absolutely need it, but that's generally my technique here because see, I still have a ton more pigment on this finger to help blend it out. The other thing to be careful of when you are applying a blush with your fingers is you might look more flush than you actually are, and so you might have a tendency to underdo your blush. Like, I know this looks very overdone right now, but I am not gentle with my face. Like, I am really going at it with my finger here, and so, you know, just like pinching your cheeks, it brings the blood to the surface. You might be a little bit more flushed immediately after you're done applying your blush product than, you know, 5-10 minutes down the road when you find that flush is faded and you're like, where did my blush go? So just know where your natural flush is, and from there you can figure out how much more blush you might need to apply over top of that. And then of course, nothing is not fixable in makeup, so if you do find that you have overdone it and you just want to tone it down a little bit, kind of like any blush, just take whatever brush you use for your foundation and pat and blend that out over top. Last up are the lips. I'm going to show you both lip shades just because it's so much easier to remove lip makeup than it is eye makeup. So first I'm going to go in with that shade Purity so you can see what it looks like on. So this shade for me is like a really great everyday lip shade. This is my comfort zone. It's like a mid-tone. It's not super nude on like fair nude that matches my skin tone. It's a little bit deeper, but I tend to like that pretty much year round. And I do feel like it comes off a little bit deeper when it's actually worn on the lips. Like, I don't know, maybe my eyes are a little off, but yeah, this looks deeper than it seems on the color swatch on the product. I still love it, but just kind of a shade reference if you're looking in store. And last up is Raven, which as I look at it is totally gonna clash with what I'm wearing, red and white stripes. Have you ever put your full face on and realized that your makeup went in a different direction than what you're wearing and so you have to change? I feel like that happens to me more often than not. Anywho, let's go ahead and apply. So here is Raven on. I just love this shade, and I really love how it complements the Taupe smoky, like soft and smoky, obviously that's the name of the palette. Love how it complements the soft and smoky shades in here. I feel like it is a super bold lip, but still can be paired with those smokier shades just because of how soft and shimmery they are, if that makes sense. I just love the pairing together, and I feel like it's not too much drama, even though it's kind of quite a bit of drama. Okay, let's zoom you out now. Yeah, it still feels like I'm clashing, but we're just gonna finish out the video. So I think the only remaining things I had to say were about the lipstick formula. First of all, this is the matte formula. Like I said, there is actually a gel or balmy finish that is both good to use on the cheeks and lips. Have not tried that, and honestly would be a little hesitant to try it because the idea of a gel anything on my lips to me screams all day stickiness, and that's not for me. Maybe it's like a shimmer sort of situation. Having not tried them, I can't say much about them, but just know there is a non-matte option for lip and cheek out there if you're interested. I personally really like the matte formula. I especially love it for the cheeks because you can be sure that it's gonna dry down to a powdery texture, and as I've worn it on my cheeks, it doesn't disturb my foundation when I apply it the way I like to apply it, but it doesn't affect the wear time, doesn't get patchy or splotchy or anything like that. And then on the lips, what I have noticed is it's a pretty steadfast formula. It does transfer a little bit. It's not totally transfer proof. Also, as far as matte lip products go, super comfortable. They don't dry your lips out excessively. I wouldn't say they're super moisturizing, but they're not by any means gonna leave your lips feeling dry and flaky and uncomfortable throughout the day. Also really nice. And I think that's pretty much everything I have to say about them across the board. If you have been eyeing this collection, I mean, I would recommend the collection overall. I think, again, it's a great pairing of shades across both eyes and lips, very versatile in terms of texture and just in where you can use these products between lips, eyes, and cheeks. But like I said, if this whole thing isn't speaking to you, if just this lip color or one eye shade spoke to you specifically, you can also go check them out individually at wherever Nudestix are sold, Sephora, Ulta, but you can buy them individually anywhere, and so I recommend you do because I'm kind of surprised by these formulas. I'm kicking myself for having slept on these for so long because Nudestix has been around for a couple years at least at this point, right? And I just hadn't really had any interest in trying them, and big mistake, huge. So yeah, recommend you check them out if stick products are your thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye guys.